Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about Bard, which is Google's new conversational AI service. Really, what is it, how do we use it, and how will it impact the search engine space going forward? So we're going to go in and just kind of answer a lot of these questions. So what is Google Bard? It's basically, in Google's own terms, the Chat GPT killer. They're both used off different models. Chat GPT is used off GBT and Bard is used off the LAMDA technology, right? So two different AI models. But, as you see here, it's using a set of deep learning algorithms known as large language models. The Google Bard AI chatbot can respond questionnaire provided via text. The chatbot is built on LAMDA model technology and is programmed to use the web to find the most recent answers to the questions. So when you think of GBT, I've used GBT a few times, right? And what it does is that it scans a lot of different resources up to a point, I think, 2021 or something like that. I mean, that might have changed since, at the time that this video is launched. But it seems like, LAMDA model that's used for BARD is really scanning recent information from social media platforms, from articles, blogs, encyclopedias, things like that. But I think in general, this begs the question with Google in general is um, the authority of the answers you're getting, right? I think a lot of people go to Google and they don't even question it, but what if the most recent answer is not the correct answer, right? So I think that's going to be a problem right off the bat that Bard is going to have to discuss. Um, Let's scroll down here. So what is LAMDA? So this is a language model that people are afraid of. After a Google employee believed LAMDA was conscious, the AI became a topic of discussion due to the impression it gave off in its answers, right? So it seems like LAMDA has a little bit less guardrails on it. It's more of a living, breathing technology that's, to the point it's finding the most recent, knowledgeable answers, packaging it up, and then sending out for you. So, I read somewhere that Bard has actually been in development for a few years now internally. And when Google saw that GBT was launched as a consumer product, they kind of freaked out and repackaged one of their internal black box products right now to be consumer friendly. So that's going to be really interesting to see how this technology differs from GBT because it's kind of been in a walled garden for so long. So they're both going to have pretty inherent differences. They might look and feel the same way, but the answers, the responses, the actual AI technology, it's going to be pretty different. All right, so how to use Bard, right? So if you're chosen as a beta tester, all you have to do is use the Google AI chatbot and open up the Google app on your smartphone or tap the chatbot icon. So a few people have been selected to be beta testers. Like I mentioned, this has been internally built out in Google, but they need real consumer data to see if it meets market demand, right? So that'll be really interesting to see how long it will be in beta and when everyone will have access to this level of technology. Google's saying the use cases are just generally to get answers, right? It's already what Google does, right? You don't even really click on blogs anymore with the snippets. You can just find answers very quickly. Find information with a familiar engine. So again, looking for things that you want to know about using the Google interface. Automate tasks. See, this is something that kind of ChatGPT really blew up. And I think, it uses a lot of the same logic of Zapier of just like automating your life, right? And I think you can automate emails or a lot of, quick business things, appointments, bookings, things like that. Here's what's interesting, right? Using it as a personal AI assistant. I'm not sure exactly how this will actually work, but it says the Google Bard AI chatbot can assist you in managing your time and ensuring that you never miss an appointment or forget to complete critical step in a process. So I mean, sometimes I get this on my, my Google calendars, in 10 minutes you have an appointment, don't forget to show up, right? I think it's going to be like that, but a little bit more complex. Maybe it even is dealing with Gmail. Sometimes I get a Gmail notification saying, hey, you sent this 3 days ago, don't forget to resend it. And so I think it's going to be some of that technology just kind of baked into a singular format. And then the last use, it says it's a social hub. The chatbot can also function as a social hub, facilitating user conversations in both groups one-on-one setting. That'll be interesting. I don't know if it's trying to kind of play on Messenger or WhatsApp. Again, I'm interested to see how all of this works in one format. and still also be comparable to a Google search engine, right? Yeah, so that'll be really interesting. Another, question: how to access Google Bard. Currently only a small number of people are able to utilize this technology. Again, I'm hoping it gets out of beta in the next 6 months, but we really don't know, right? There could be a year, there could be a lot of updates. Like I said, it seems like it's blending a lot of this technology into one very specific format. Yeah, so we'll just have to kind of see how that works out. Overall, the news is still really early, right? We don't know exactly what this is going to look like, but what I do know is Google is very good at monetizing their products by using consumer data and advertising dollars, right? They're going to find a way to monetize this and shove this to their advertisers to spend money on, right? The GBT model, the ChatGPT model, is subscription based. And I think that's interesting because it brings a lot of different types of people to Microsoft's product load, right? When you look at Bing and their search engine, it's maybe 10% of all searches, maybe even less, are on Bing, whereas almost 80 to 90% of all searches are on Google. So Google's going to want to bake it into really their bread and butter, which is Google Ads, right? Google Display, DV360. It's going to become a place to advertise businesses, right? But what that's going to look like, we really don't know because it's still in beta. But I am interested to see, what the future of conversational AIs are inside a search engine, setting. So yeah, that's really it. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.